regular. Do it regular.
Do what regular?
Do it regular.
Wait, 7, 6.
Are you counting
5.
down to start it? Because you don't have a good.
We're in your home, we're in your head. Lock the doors and close the blinds. Turn on your TV. Turn off your mind.
There's a great a podcast I listen to where sometimes they have guests on, and the people don't know because they don't have speakers that play this theme song. He just does it from his fucking phone.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that a little bit.
And records it over. So every random, he'll be talking, and then they'll start the theme, and the other person will be like, what's going on? Did we start the theme yet? Just start the theme.
That's awesome.
And because he does that a lot, he's like, well, and they meander a lot, and that's why they have no idea when the theme is supposed to start.
Well, I love that in the show Community as well, because they start the theme song sometimes. They'll be in the middle of singing Happy Birthday to a character, and then they'll just start the theme and not even go back to the birthday.
It'd be funny if they were like Happy Birthday time. He's like, you better not fucking start the theme song.
And then boom.
Hey guys. Hi. Welcome and welcome back.
Yes.
Here we are again, coming in from last week's game, which was...
Was it Mass Effect?
It was Mass Effect.
It was Mass Effect, okay.
I was like, I got this time.
Oh.
If you don't, it's your fucking fault.
Hey, we both actually remembered. That's a first.
Also, we're Soul of a Gamer.
Yes, we are.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Steven.
And we're playing Chainsaw Lollipop.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Chainsaw
Get it right.
Lollipop.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that.
Yep, Chainsaw Lollipop. So we're playing Lollipop Chainsaw. This was a fun game. Last week's game was really fun, but I'm really excited to talk about this one.
This is a very interesting and
it's
unique
interesting
game.
And it's funny.
Oh,
it's just
so
funny
funny
the entire way through. You're like, oh my god, and the music is fucking awesome.
Yes, it is.
This game had a lot of good rounded corners. The only thing I wish it had more was a little bit more backstory, but I mean, I didn't care for it either. But
yeah, for sure.
But we'll jump right into this with
What's on the box?
this is a first. We have a box.
I actually have this game. Well, actually, my wife had this game.
Yeah, well, stop taking credit for things that Jen does.
Well, she
Stop
introduced me
fucking
to this
doing it.
game.
How
actually,
fucking
when
dare you?
we first started dating, she got me to play the first couple levels of this game.
And you were like, well, this game is trash.
I was like, this game is fun.
This game is trash, just like fucking you.
Right. Wow.
I'm saying you said that to Jen.
Oh, okay.
No. You're not true. You were saying that to Jen, which is fair.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Jen is trash.
Which, one of the awesome things that it does actually say on this box, but I didn't actually realize until after I played the game, was the director and writer of this game was James Gunn.
Oh, yeah, I did see that actually. I did know that. Because I ended up looking up the voice actors, and there's a lot of really famous ones.
Yeah,
in
there
too.
is. All right, so zombies suck. XOXOXOXO. Love Juliet.
Juliet is the main character.
Grab a chainsaw and prepare to grind one out.
Yeah, she does that. She's like, why don't you suck my dick at one point,
Yep.
I think.
The twisted minds of Suda51 and famed Hollywood director James Gunn collaborate.
What does it say? Suda 51?
Suda51.
Is it like a studio?
I don't know if that's the studio or partially that guy's name, but it's the company. I think it's the company.
Okay,
Suda51.
well, that's weird to name drop someone who's not that famous.
Maybe he is.
Like
I just don't know him.
If they would have been like Steven Spielberg, and everyone would be like, oh, okay, but no, Suda 51. Who?
Well, Suda51 and James Gunn collaborate to deliver a titillating ride into a zombie-infested bloodbath.
Titillating indeed.
Yes. Pretty interesting box, though. Not a bad box at all.
Let me see the front of this. I like it. I like the art design of this. It does look like exactly what the game looks like.
Yeah, it's a cheerleader with her boyfriend's head tied to her waistband, and she's got a chainsaw and zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much everything you need.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess let's move on from the box.
All right.
Are we jamming?
So this game, we are definitely jamming.
Yes.
We are for sure. They killed it with the music.
The music's fantastic. The dialogue is funny as hell.
Yeah.
If you love James Gunn's dialogue, like Guardians of the Galaxy style dialogue, this is...
So we'll start with the music in this. I think what they did was probably pull in a bunch of different bands. songs and
can't
then paid
remember.
for them, like low school, like not high end bands except for
Yeah.
the Mickey song, but even that's not really like a high end fucking buy.
It only was popular because of Bring It On.
Well, I mean, it was popular in the 80s.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
but it's been 30 plus years since the 80s, so we're just like, it's just interesting that they went with all this music, and I'm like, it's either all from one band's album, because that's what it kind of sounded like at first, or it's like a bunch of different artists that contributed. But either way, they probably paid each artist like, I don't know, $2,000.
Well, and
like
there's 5 different bosses in this game, main bosses in this
Yeah.
game, and these 5 bosses all are from different genres of music.
Yeah,
so there's,
true.
Like the regular rock, there's like the punk rock, there's the like 60s kind of.
So psychedelic,
Yeah,
punk
60s
rock.
psychedelic.
The Viking, I didn't know.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which.
I think
that
that-
was like metalcore, maybe.
Possibly, yeah, because that's kind of what Sweden's known for, or it was like classical.
Yeah.
Either one. But the video game guy, what was he? Electronic?
Probably.
Yeah, electronic.
Electronic 80s. It's
And then the last
kinda
guy
cool.
was like 50s.
Yeah.
So
Which, yeah, I mean, this, like he said, this soundtrack is actually like really good.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
fun.
when you're playing the game, it's a ton of fun.
yeah, like it's so cool, like going through a part and having like this screamo come on. You're like, God, this is fucking sweet. This is what I want out of games. I don't want the. I don't want that. I want the fucking. Like you want that fun fucking. Just everything in the music in
Yeah.
that part. Like, and they made it good with pairing it with a zombie game. I think. Even
Oh,
though this
yeah.
wasn't like a serious zombie game. It's not like The
No.
Walking Dead where you're actually scared of doing.
Or yeah,
things. Like,
this isn't scary at all. This isn't like something that you're going to be nervous about or has a lot
Yeah.
of drama. This is something that's just fun, like
Yeah.
gory.
It
like,
reminded me of
mess.
Scott Pilgrim a little bit. Obviously,
Yeah, kind of,
different
yeah.
kind of a genre of music, but just that idea that the music means so much to the gameplay, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
cool. And then dialogue in this game is fucking on
Oh
point.
my gosh! Like, there's one of the funniest things for me. There's a point where Nick's trying to figure out like all the different like things that are real.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know like zombies were real and vampires were real and all these other things. She's like, yeah, I even killed a whole tribe of Frankenberries once. He's like, Frankenberries? Like the cereal? And she's like, the cereal's just total propaganda to get you to trust them.
Yep. That was in one of the earlier. She said she killed a Sasquatch too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they did a bunch of fucking cool stuff with the dialogue, and then I don't know if you know this, but the older sister's played by
Linda Carlini.
Yeah, Hawkeye's wife, and also
Yeah, she's Velma from the Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
live action Scooby-Doo.
and you're just like, oh my god, that's fucking that's amazing.
well, and Juliet's played by Tara Strong.
Yep, Tara Strong. I was
Who's
gonna say that.
everything. She's Bubbles. She's Raven.
Yeah,
She's
I was about to say it's like
Harley Quinn.
The minute I started the game, I didn't know she was Harley Quinn, but the minute I started the game, wait, Tara Strong plays Bubbles?
Yeah. From Powerpuff Girls, yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Is it? That's the girl from Critical Role, right?
No, she's not in Critical Role.
Who the hell am I thinking of in Critical Role?
Ashley Benson? Or are you thinking of
The one
Ellie?
who's in and out.
Ellie? The Ashley Benson, the girl who plays Ellie in The Last of Us, probably.
No, not her. She's in she was in a famous TV show as a kid, and then she did Critical Role, and she was always in work, so she's only in there a little bit. I thought her name was Tara Strong. It's Tara something, I think, or Sarah something. Sorry, we gotta look this up really fast, guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure there's a person who does. I thought it was her.
Maybe I'll just look up Critical Role guest star.
Not guest star. She was a main person, but then she kind of floated out because she had work to do. Because she's a
Okay.
famous actress, Steven. Or sorry, actor. I know they don't like being called actresses anymore. Don't quite know why. But
But I don't know. You got me kind of confused. I'm like, I don't remember.
all right, well, you're looking at that. Yeah. As soon as I heard that voice, I was like, is this fucking Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls?
Yes.
Like, literally, as soon as you hear it, you're like, no fucking way this is Bubbles, right?
But yeah,
I
it's Bubbles, and yeah, she voiced Harley Quinn for the longest time too.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
really?
And Raven from Teen Titans.
That's cool.
And a few other things.
Raven's out there because that sounds nothing like Bubbles.
Yeah.
But this sounded like just like Bubbles. Like that's, again, the first thing I thought of. I'm like, yeah, is this fucking Bubbles? This is insane.
Are you talking about Felicia Day? Maybe?
Not Felicia Day. Hold on, I'll get it. You keep talking.
Lauren Bailey, Ashley Johnson.
You keep Ashley Johnson.
Yeah. So I had her name wrong, but Ashley Johnson is Ellie from The Last of Us.
Okay, gotcha.
That's not the same person.
Gotcha. Ashley Johnson is a...
That's who I thought you were talking about. I was like,
she's a famous actress. She was in a good TV show as like a kid or a baby.
I don't remember what she was in before that,
Yeah.
but I just remember as Ellie, and then I remember from Critical Role, and then obviously she's in Vox Machina as well.
And a shit ton of other things. Like she's a very famous actress.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's in a Marvel movie too.
Yes, I believe she was.
But whatever, it doesn't matter. Who plays Nick again?
Nick
I don't
was
think he
someone...
was-
Oh, he's... I forgot what his name is, but he plays Lex Luthor in the Smallville
Oh, really?
TV series. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he's famous too. So they got a bunch of like, kind of like mid to big name actors to play in this fucking...
Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh yeah, like just the amount of fucking famous people in here is insane.
And then Kimberly Brooks plays Rosalind, which
Yeah,
she's done a
the
lot of famous
younger-
things.
Is that the younger sister?
Yeah.
Just the fucking insane one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane that they pulled such a big cast in here. And I know these aren't like A-list actors at all, right?
Yeah.
They're B-list actors at best, but they're still really good actors. You know?
Oh, shit. Michael Rourke played Vic.
Really? No way.
Which, that's Yondu.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's James Gunn. So anyone
Yeah.
James Gunn's tied to in any way, shape, or form, he probably brought in for this.
That's cool.
So, yeah, that's so cool. Like, amazing, amazing stuff.
All right, so we'll jump into. Well, that's pretty much everything with voice acting. The fucking lines were on point.
seriously,
We loved it. The music
so
was
many.
great. Like they did have their little theme song was Mickey from the '80s. I can't remember who the artist is.
Yeah, I forgot this. Yeah, it's just called Hey. I think it's
Probably
there's a
Christy
Hey Mickey.
something,
But
I'm
yeah, it's
betting.
famous from, like I said, Bring It On is
Yeah.
one of the things that I know it mostly from. And being a cheerleader as the main character, it's funny that whenever she gets her sparkle meter all the way up, that she uses her like sparkle mode, and it plays Hey Mickey
Hey,
every
Mickey,
time.
and I didn't get sick of it. I never got.
I never
was
did
like,
either. It's so
yeah,
great.
This song rocks. I had no point.
Well, and like I
I think
love,
you get fucking sick of it.
I love some of the zombies dialogue in this, like.
Oh yeah, the zombies talk randomly.
Like, I
Just
can't
like,
get this Katy Perry
Show
song.
me your tits, bitch.
There's that. I can't get this Katy Perry song out of my head. What a terrible way to die.
It's just like the stupidest shit.
Or there's like a military zombie's like 10 hut, 10 butt, fuck. I was like, what? Or there's like one that's like radiating and I got nuclear testes in my
Yeah,
pants.
like they made the zombies very humorous.
Or like even some of the classmates that you save, like one of the classmates you save, after you
I
save him,
never
he's
thought
like,
I'd be saved by someone with such great tits. Like literally, someone said that.
well, there's that, and there's another guy's like, oh, I'm totally gonna rub one out to you later.
Yeah, like the,
I'm like, what the fuck?
the insanity and how she's like, oh, that's cute. Like she's never. I wonder if they were in the room when she was saying her lines,
Oh, I
or if
bet.
she like pushed. Like they were like, okay, just say all this stuff, and then like they added the extra stuff later and showed her, and she's like, that is not what we agreed to.
Well, and I love like Nick's got one of the funniest lines for me, and he's like, "It's an IFO, an unidentified fucking object."
It's so fucking insane.
This like we could talk about the dialogue forever. There's
Forever.
so many funny lines in
Yeah,
this. Like
they
is
did such a
awesome.
good job with it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
just making this action-packed game that's also kind of a funnier. Because again, Scott Pilgrim, we jumped into that and we played it, and it had a more serious tone to it, even though it was kind of
Yeah,
like loosely not serious.
Yeah, it was like weirdly more serious than the movie was.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem to have the same kind of feel that the movie did.
Yeah, it didn't have that humorous kind of like
And-
things can be funny and
I would love to see this as an actual like adaptation. Like this would be a fun video game adaptation movie,
yeah. Oh, for sure.
especially if they got James Gunn to do it.
If well,
I
maybe,
mean,
maybe.
I feel like since he helped write it,
they'd have to
he-
find someone as good as Tara Strong to do the voice.
oh yeah,
Because
100%.
Tara Strong is way too fucking old to play a 17-year-old cheerleader.
Even though that would still,
Or maybe
we
she's
could
18.
we could do an older Juliet.
Yeah, true. All right, well, let's move on from the music and stuff.
All right.
How does it play?
So this game is a little infuriating with the control scheme, but I did play it on a PlayStation 3, kind
okay.
of with the controls. Like, I don't know why PlayStation does this. Why do they make their directional pads their movement and their fucking analog stick their everything else?
Yeah, the old PlayStation stuff. So I'm guessing that was
PlayStation 3.
Oh, it was PlayStation 3, yeah.
That's not
Damn.
that old, but that's what
So-
they do for all of it. All the directional shit. Even when we played Last of Us, the directional was you move with the fucking D-pad.
I don't remember moving with the D-pad.
Yeah.
I've always moved with the analog sticks.
You might change your settings, but like I do it on the default settings, and it's always move with the D-pad, no matter what I've played.
Well, you've always played it on the computer and stuff.
No, when we played Last of
Oh.
Us, we played on the PlayStation.
I guess that's true. 'Cause
So
I
it's
borrow
just
mine.
that's
I
their
don't know.
default because that's what it's always been back in the day too. But yeah, the control scheme on the fucking PlayStation's like the left analog stick. If you move it, that's how you activate your lollipop.
Oh, that's
I was
weird.
like, that's really fucking stupid. Also, I really wish they would have made that more of a real time thing and not a pause thing.
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to pause to heal and then go back into the game to start healing?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like they should have just made that, like, press up on the D-pad and then you just start healing without
Yeah.
having to fucking pause the game to do that.
Yeah, it was a little weird that it paused, but I didn't find any like big problems or issues with that.
Not, like, super big, just a little annoying. Like,
Yeah.
especially on the controller when you're used to playing, like, on good controllers, not like PlayStation
Yeah.
controllers, which are shit.
I was gonna say I played this on 360, and I didn't hate the control scheme.
Well, obviously, they probably made the left analog
yeah,
the movement.
left analog is the movement, and then the D-pad was like using the lollipop.
Yeah,
and
which
stuff
makes
like
more
that, yeah.
sense because it feels more like a button. Where
And then I think-
if you just bump the fucking analog, it opens
Pushing in the left analog stick, I think, was using your Nick power.
Mine was I think mine was either that or the right analog stick. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
remember. Either way. Yeah, the Nick powers I didn't use until near the end. I was like, why didn't I use these? These are so much fun.
They're so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I love that it's kind of like random. I wish you could just pick which one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too hard to
Yeah.
stop the timer on it, but because it's like a roulette of his powers that
Yeah.
you've unlocked, which is kind of funny.
The best one is the one that makes you money.
Yeah.
I bought that when I was like, holy shit, you get like 200 fucking medals for this each time you do it.
Damn.
But you only get it every once in a while.
Yeah.
So, and what's shitty is it doesn't show you, another thing that I didn't like, it doesn't show you what you have on the Nick powers unless you use a ticket.
Yeah,
So you have
exactly.
to waste a ticket to see what you have left.
But I mean, the tickets are pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to spend money on the
Yeah.
tickets. Like, you only get like 2 during gameplay.
I know, it's kind of weird that you didn't get many during gameplay.
Yeah, and I get like the point of this is to go back and play the levels again, but who's gonna do that? Who's literally doing that for fucking saying I'm #1 in the world for Lollipop Chainsaw?
Yeah, like, I don't even want to do it. Just, like, there's some outfits and stuff that I was like, oh, I didn't get enough for it. I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't buy
There
it.
is a new game plus for this, but
Yeah. So let's talk about control scheme. You have 3 different attacks.
Yep.
Heavy, like
We'll
an
just-
underneath, like a sweep of sorts,
You can-
and then a pom-pom attack.
Yeah.
Which is the light attack.
yeah.
So the heavy attacks you chainsaw overhead. Obviously, low sweep is just like low to the ground attacks that you have to use to attack like crawling zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pom-poms are stupid. They're really fucking dumb.
The pom-poms are good for certain things, and they're good. They're better at stunning and making the zombies
Well, that's the whole
groggy.
point.
Yeah.
That's all they can't kill.
But
You cannot kill with the pom-pom.
no, you
hit.
can't. But one of the things that I realized right away is if you jumped and then used the pom-pom button, you did a kick, and it would instant stun them.
Okay, well that
And
might have been better.
And you could actually, it would like knock them back too, so you could
Yeah.
like knock them into each other and keep stunning them, and then put a big pile of them together, and then do your
to get a bunch of coins.
sparkle coin things.
Yeah, so but by doing that, I think the whole point of that is like you'll get comfortable with this as you go along, and then you can replay it to do it right
Yeah.
each time.
Which I gotta say, like, until you unlock some of the combos, this game is just like
Oh, I
kind of
didn't-
tedious.
I don't even like the combos are nothing.
Oh, the combos are amazing if
I
you
bought
get the right ones.
I bought the second best one, the big one.
Oh, okay.
And all it is press Y 6 times.
Oh, well, and that one sucks because anytime you will get hit during your combo most
Yeah.
of the time, especially if you're surrounded
it
by
stops your
enemies, and it
combo.
stops your combo. So I liked the ones. There was 2 combos that I did the most, and one was I think called the armadillo spin,
Mm-hmm.
and you jumped in the air and you did like somersaults in the air with your
that's
chainsaw, and you just shredded zombies. It was amazing.
Nice.
And then the other one was another kind. I think it was called tornado spin, and it was a low to the ground
I
spin.
really wanted to get the big one, but it was so many coins.
Yeah.
750 coins,
Yeah.
and you get like maybe 100 to 200 a level.
Which there's one level where you can grind coins super
Yeah,
easily.
I figured, but like that means you have to go back in the level and keep playing it until you have enough. Like
Yeah.
that's such an annoying way to
It is an annoying way.
completionist the game.
Yeah.
Like I hate those fucking ways. Yeah, the attacks are all pretty simple, though. I mean, you don't even need to buy combos. Like, honestly...
You don't need to, but I think it makes it easier.
It does make it easier, but it barely makes it easier. Also, they have this fucking, like, adjustment for, like, your strength, your getting up speed, and I can't remember the last one.
It was strength...
Your recovery, and something else. And all three were pretty much useless. I didn't even notice a difference when I went up in strength.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just because like the enemies were also
Getting
going up.
harder, but that's stupid. That's a really dumb thing to do in this game. I just thought like making it kind of like an RPG was dumb. You should have just made her exactly as strong as you wanted from the beginning, because it didn't feel like an RPG style game.
It didn't really feel like that at all, and it felt weird putting points into these things that didn't seem like they did much.
Yeah. Maybe on the boss fights they did more.
Maybe, and that's probably where it would probably be the most noticeable, because it seemed like all the zombies were the same amount of hits throughout the entire game.
Yeah, like I went back to the first level, so to get a good first bad ending, you have to save all the students.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
But I only missed, the only ones I missed were in the school, and it was only one person. I was like, okay, well, I can go back really fast, kill that, and beat the level. That shouldn't take me too long. Me forgetting that the whole level is also the boss fight.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, god damn it, I forgot the boss fight is part of this stupid fucking level, so I had to do the boss fight again. But it was a lot easier the second time.
Oh, I bet.
I didn't figure that out to the end, because I'm like, okay, so is there a point to saving the students? So I looked it up, and they're like, yeah, you have to get a good or bad ending.
Which, the good or bad ending only changes the last 30 seconds of the game.
Not even the 30 seconds, dude.
Yeah,
last
not
like
even.
4 seconds.
And it's really not that big of a difference.
No.
And it's not worth.
Well, it's a huge difference.
Well, I mean, it's a huge difference.
It's whether
for them.
everybody dies or lives.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the boring dies. I thought that was a really stupid, like the way this ending works. We'll talk about it here. The way I like good versus bad endings is having a unique difference between the two.
Yes.
Like having like, this is going to happen, or your entire game's going to get fucked and this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, that means a lot more to me than just saying like, oh, you get either this or that, but it doesn't, whichever way you go, like you don't feel connected to this at all. Like, I don't know. I wanted more from the ending.
Well, and I'm guessing we'll talk about the ending when we get into the story mode, but I'll wait for that, I guess.
But like, just talking about like games in general, when they make multiple endings, normally they try to make them either severe or they make them matter.
Yeah.
Like, and because it makes you want to go back and do everything right.
Exactly.
Right? Like, otherwise you don't want to go back. What's the point? If it's only changing 4 seconds of your ending, what the fuck is the point in going back?
Yeah, that's why I didn't care to go back, because I looked up the good ending and I was like, oh, well, that's not worth it.
See, and I didn't look. I wish I would have looked them up, because I wouldn't have went back.
Yeah.
But I just waited. I wanted to see what they were at the end of the game. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of lame in there. That kind of gameplay stuff. Movement in this game is kind of frustrating, but probably only because it was on the directional pad for me.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. There was a couple times where it felt a little like clunky in some areas, and like sometimes aiming with the chainsaw gun was a little weird.
It was fucking stupid. Where it fucking puts your placement, you could be staring in a direction, and it's literally placing the gun in the opposite direction when you go into it. Also, I hate it when you can't hip fire. Don't fucking make it just aim down the scope to fucking do it.
Yeah, and I was kind of annoyed with some of the mini games in this. Some of them were okay. Some of them were just like...
The baseball one was kind of lame.
The baseball one was really lame.
The basketball one was funny at first. And
the
then
first one was good. The second one, where they actually had that like zombie that was harder to kill,
was kind of annoying.
It was really annoying.
Yeah, and it's not... Like, those games didn't make or break the game.
No.
You could have taken them out and had the same thing in there.
I think the one that I struggled the most with was the one in the video game level where you...
I love
the elevator...
Ones. Oh, that one was great. I love that one.
It was definitely entertaining, but it was the one that I kept on like having to, like, I'd get up to the next part and then just get hit by something I didn't know was coming up next. So it was one of those things that you had to keep playing to learn how to go through the map.
I don't know. I didn't die at all, get hit or anything. Wait, when you get hit, did you go back to the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It sucked.
I just didn't suck, I guess.
Apparently you didn't.
I didn't even know you went back to the bottom. That's cool.
I did.
I
like
struggled
10
on
times.
the skyscraper one was the worst one for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I would forget what's coming at you, because everything's just fucking falling at you, and I'm like, ah, god damn it, another fucking thing hit me.
Yeah, and that's the one I'm talking about. The skyscraper.
Oh,
one.
I'm thinking of the elevator. You said the elevator one.
Oh,
The
sorry.
one where you go up and down. That's why I'm like, you have to start at the bottom?
Not the elevator
Okay,
one.
yeah,
Sorry.
the guy, yes.
I was thinking
I'm with you. That one was
skyscraper gondola
really
one.
fucking annoying.
Yes,
that
one was
it wasn't like struggling. It's just like, Yeah, you're right. You have to go up there multiple times to kind of memorize what's coming down at you.
But the elevator one was just reminiscent of like old school arcade cabinet games.
Yeah.
Same with like that Pac-Man level.
Yeah, the Pac-Man level.
The Pac-Man level was kind of
so
cool.
much fun.
It was
the best
so
one.
cool.
They should have saved that for last.
Yeah, they
Let that be
should've.
the pinnacle of the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
That one was the best one.
Like that was so much fun.
Yeah, like we said, movement's kind of clunky at times. For me, especially, directional pad movements just sucks.
Yeah.
It's so fucking hard.
I definitely was glad I didn't have to use the D-pad
Yeah.
for that.
I'm trying to think. What else do you do in this game? Attacks are pretty good, although the heavy attacks are fucking slow.
Yeah.
It is so annoying how slow you fucking hit things.
That's why I said those two combos I pretty much used
Yeah.
throughout the entire game, and they were amazing. Like almost every time I used it, I got
Yeah.
a triple or a quadra kill.
Nice.
And that's where it was like really amazing to me, except for the tornado spin. Like if you did that first, you would just cut off all the zombies' legs and they'd be crawling at you, and
that's
then
the
you have
most
to do it
annoying.
again.
There's a couple things in this game that are fun. You get to, she acts like a wholesome girl the entire time, but she'll do the most fucking raunchy shit. Like you said, she says at one point, like, you can suck my dick, or something like
Yeah.
that. Suck my chode, or something. And at one, you can jump on these fucking poles to be basically a stripper.
Which that was so funny. There's a stripper pool in one of the classrooms.
Yeah, like, well, it falls down from the fucking
Yeah.
ceiling, and you're like, why? How? Who? What? You have no
and
idea.
then you're just pole dancing with the chainsaw just out.
Yeah,
and you
so
spin,
and all
you
the
press a button
zombies-
to go faster.
But what's weird is, like, the zombies don't really crawl towards you as you're on there. I thought maybe, like, okay, well, this is just an auto full kill. If you get on-
it is an auto full kill.
No,
At
they
least-
never all crawled towards me. Like, only a few
Oh,
did.
it did it for me.
I think
pretty
I
well.
have to, like, gather them up and then jump on
Oh,
the
I
fucking
think that's
pole.
what I did. I gathered them a little bit closer.
Which was a little annoying, but there's that. Like, that's a little gameplay thing they do, like, 4 or 5 times during the whole fucking
Which
thing.
is hilarious.
Yeah, that one's fun. The gun mechanics are shit. I don't understand the fucking, like, boost mechanics. I don't even know why they did that in the game.
Yeah,
that was just lame.
the chainsaw boost thing was a little weird.
Boring as shit.
The jumps and stuff like
Yeah, no
you did
real
it with
jumps.
it.
It's like, it's all dodge jumps.
Yeah, I did like that. You could vault over a zombie
Yeah.
and then chainsaw up them from
I
behind.
know, that was so cool.
That was really
A
awesome.
One-shot kill there.
Yeah. Well, there's another really awesome combo where if you leapfrogged over a zombie and then hit X, you would like suplex, like body slam them, like wrestler style.
Nice.
And then there was also a butt attack too, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
Where you jump in the air and hit them with your butt, and it would instant stun them.
I do remember that. Another thing you can do is the Nick stuff. So you can have Nick like get on. He's just a headless guy. We'll explain that in the story. But he's headless, and you're carrying him around, and you can put him on like headless zombies.
Yep, and take over the zombie.
Or
and it's
sorry,
like-
he is a head, not headless.
yes.
Bodiless.
Bodiless.
Yeah, bodiless. He goes on the zombies and like will blow up shit or smash shit or
Yeah, and it's like a quick time event kind of thing
So
where
you
you
have to hit buttons in order to have him.
And Juliet's just cheering for you the
Yeah.
entire time.
Like, yeah, Nick, go, Nick, yeah, Nick, here we go, and Nick. Like, literally, that's the whole thing. You're just pressing buttons as they come up, which, again, is extremely frustrating when you're using an Xbox controller on a PlayStation, because
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, well, here, the triangle button, that's easy, that's Y. The X button, that's not the X button.
Nope, X is A.
Nope. Yeah, no, X is, yeah, sorry, X is A.
X is
I'm
A.
thinking X on the
Square
X
is
one.
B.
Yep.
Triangle is Y.
No, circle is B.
Oh, yeah,
Square
circle
is
B.
X.
Square is X. That's
So
right.
it's like frustrating when you're used to doing it one way and it's like completely
Yep.
fucked around. So I fuck that up constantly.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that would be annoying.
So yeah, there's that. You can use his little not quick time events, his little Nick powers.
Yep.
You have like a spinning roulette where you can spin his head and like kill zombies instantly that way.
There's a Nick Popper where you shoot
Yeah,
his head.
to stun him.
Yeah.
And then the coin one, which gives you coins. There was one more, wasn't there?
There was. I don't think I ever used it though.
I barely used the Nick powers. They
Yeah,
were
I didn't
fun,
really
but
use
they,
them much either.
they didn't really help in a lot of situations. Zombies in this game, you've got simple zombies that are kind of easy to kill. You've got like mini boss zombies that have health bars that are not strong but not weak.
Yeah, they're just kind of more tanky. There's not like
Yeah.
they're necessarily harder or anything, but
One part of this game is saving people, and if you can't save them, they become zombies, and they become like mini boss zombies.
yeah, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's also like the football player zombies,
Yeah.
and, like specialty zombies in certain maps where they had more health or they had special moves.
Yeah.
There's zombies that use guns, which was interesting. It's never been.
Yeah, the police zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a weird thing too. What was the power that your little sister gave you? Do you remember? Because the big sister gave you the gun.
Yeah.
The guy gave you the
I think-
chainsaw dash thing.
Yeah. Well, and I think the other ones were all just Nick Popper upgrades.
It could have been.
Like Nick upgrades. I don't think they were.
I don't
any
remember.
Other
Yeah, I
upgrades
think
that
you're
you
right.
got.
I think the Nick one was one of the ones she gave you. Which
Yeah,
is
and the
weird.
dad also gave you a Nick upgrade
which
too.
is funny because literally they never met Nick before.
Yeah.
Hey, we actually bought you something that's perfect
But-
for having a headless guy.
yeah. That's a little plot hole.
Yeah.
There's probably several of them in this game.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, it was fun still. Any other gameplay things you want to talk about? Anything that frustrated you?
I hate how much the later boss fights relied on the gun.
Yeah, I know. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up too. I completely forgot. I don't like boss fights that rely completely on one new aspect
Yeah.
that you've gained. So
We've
the
said that before.
Yeah, and the second boss fight completely relies on you using the gun. Like, you
Yeah.
can use the chainsaw a little bit, but the gun is the only way to beat him.
Yeah.
I struggle with that boss fight so much just because I had no idea. So when he's up in the fucking thing, you have no good view because you're in a third-person view.
Yeah.
No good view at the bottom, so you have no idea where the fucking bullets are. Like, you have to walk backwards to find the bullets.
Yeah.
And you can't see them, so you have to guess where the fuck they were at that point. Like, it's just really annoying.
Luckily, they did put a ton of bullets in this game.
They did, but, like, at that point, I
And
was
they
out
were-
of bullets, and I was sitting there like, what do I fucking do?
Well,
Just
they
keep dodging?
respawn.
Yeah, I know.
in those
but I didn't
areas.
know it was there because it was behind
True.
me, and you can't turn around at this point in the fucking fight.
Yeah.
It was so obnoxious. And I had been
true.
using it before that to hit him while he was running around.
Oh,
So I wasted all
okay.
my fucking bullets. It was very obnoxious to have that concept come in. And especially like the psychedelic girl, you had to use them for that,
Yeah, you
100%.
had to use it a lot.
Like, you had no choice but to use the fucking gun all the
Yeah.
time. And the most fun of this game was using the chainsaw.
Exactly.
Like, I just thought that was a silly thing that they did. And very stupid.
For sure. And I think that's one of the biggest gripes I've heard about this game is just the boss fights, how much they rely on the guns in some
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, which makes sense, but I think just make the gun like a hip fire thing, have fun with it kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I
I'm about
think
to
that's
sneeze.
Jesus. Okay, 2 more and it's a Yahtzee. 1 more.
That's it.
God damn
All
it.
right, so the other thing that I did not like about this is the fucking buying shit. I hate that
Yeah.
in games. I don't want to fucking sit and grind. We talked about this earlier. The grinding through shit like that is really fucking annoying.
Yeah, which I mean, there's a couple of things like if you if you knew what to get, I think that's where it's easier.
Yeah, like if you knew which combos were best or
Yeah.
which ones you liked them. If you got to try them out first
Yeah.
and say, okay, I really liked using this combo, but I hated using fucking this one.
Exactly.
Yeah. You'd think like, oh yeah, that's a good way to do it.
I guess are you ready for story time then? I think that's pretty much everything for how
Sure.
to play.
Just really fast, the buy stuff, by the way, is combos, upgrades,
outfits.
Nick powers, lollipops, which you use to heal. She's
Yeah.
obsessed with lollipops. And then dialogue thing we never mentioned. My favorite part. She mentioned this all the time. You know what it is?
I'm trying to figure out which one.
She's always saying like, yeah, but my ass is just ginormous.
Oh, yeah.
All the fucking time.
I loved everyone, like, every time they introduced a new character, they would talk about, like, their flaws, and, like, her flaws is that she thinks she's fat, but she isn't.
Yeah, and it's so funny. She, in the beginning opening scene, she's like, I love lollipops, even though they go straight to my ass. It's just,
Well, and I love that there's an achievement for trying to look up her skirt, too.
is there?
Yeah.
Oh, how do you do that?
So if you try to camera angle, look up her skirt, she, like, tries to hide her underwear.
What?
And, like, if you look for, like, I think it's like 10 seconds or something like that, you actually get an Xbox achievement
Oh my god.
for trying to
That
look
is-
up her skirt.
That's sick.
And it's kind of funny because
That is
it's
kind
like,
of funny.
oh, what were you trying to do? And
Yeah.
Xbox did that just to troll people.
That's so funny. I mean, it makes sense because even I was like, oh my, she's like wearing underwear underneath this. It's not like your typical cheerleader underwear.
Yeah.
It's like regular fucking
Well,
underwear.
and even like the old sensei talks about how it's like little white underwear with little hearts on it or something.
And unicorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it protects her from zombies better or the mythical darkness better
Oh yeah,
or something.
the achievement's called, I swear, I did it by mistake.
10 seconds by mistake.
Yeah, and I think it was either Yeah, it's 10 gamer score for it, but it's
You know, I keep
hilarious.
thinking about, like, when we do Xbox games, maybe we should add a little segment that's called achievements.
like funnier achievements.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff
the best achievements that we saw on the list or something. That
There
would
was
be-
some good ones in Mass Effect that I love
Yeah.
the titles of and stuff. We should maybe.
Yeah, then maybe we do that for Xbox games in the future, but not for this one because we're moving on to
It's story time. Let's get started.
story. In this barely matters. It, it's pretty big. Like the story does kind of matter. We'll give you a
There
rough.
is a story, but it's like it's so bizarre, so weird,
Yeah,
so like
because it's got out of nowhere.
it is out of nowhere.
So to start off, you are a zombie hunting cheerleader.
Yeah,
your
you're-
whole family is like, well, not zombie hunting, I get mythic hunting.
Well, yeah, they say they're a zombie hunting family, but they hunt all sorts of
Yeah.
mythical creatures. Like we said, Frankenberry, Sasquatch.
Yeah, mythical
vampires.
creatures like Frankenberries.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they're a zombie hunting basically family, and in the beginning, this emo kid was like, "I'm sick of being picked on and being crushed on by Juliet, but not really because she's
Yeah.
nice to me. I think she's trying to fuck me.
Yeah.
That's all." Yeah, it's insane. Like it's so stupid. There's a bug flying around. Get it. You almost got it. You got it.
So yeah, it's very bizarre. Like this
Yeah.
entire story. So this one guy who was bullied because he was very like
was his name,
emo.
Jonas?
I thought it was like Snow or something. I
Did
don't
you say
remember.
Snow?
I don't remember.
I think
what
his name is
was.
Snow.
I don't remember.
I don't
Maybe that was
remember.
his last name or something.
I don't know, it might have been his last name. That sounds more right. But Jonas sounds right. Like a really nerdy fucking shit name. Maybe
Or Swan?
was it Vic? Who was Vic?
Was it Swan?
Well, who was Vic?
I don't know.
I think it was Vic.
Lollipop Chainsaw bad guy. I'll type
All
it in.
right. Anyway, so in the beginning of this game, Nick's waiting for you at a park, and he gets attacked by zombies because the emo kid decided to send zombies from the dark world.
Swan. It was Swan.
Okay, Swan.
Which is played by James Gunn's brother, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nick's surrounded by zombies, and he gets bit at one point, protecting Juliet because Juliet comes. Juliet kills all the zombies. Nick is bit, and he's like, "I'm getting cold. I'm getting." And then the next level starts, and she chopped off his head and magically
Yeah, she
made
performed a ritual with her special chainsaw to
Yeah.
keep him alive without his body.
Yeah, and he's like, "How am I talking without a larynx?"
Oh, and by the way, it's her birthday.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
it's
very
her
important
birthday.
thing.
The entire day is her birthday.
And she was a little upset because this ruined her birthday at
Yeah.
first.
It's great. The first level, or maybe the first level's like a
It's like the prologue going towards the school.
Yeah,
It's
so
the
the-
parking lot of the school.
Yeah, the first level, we'll call the school the first level because that's the
Yeah.
first real level. She gets a cake made of dynamite from the bad guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, "It must be someone who knows my birthday." I'm like, really? Like, okay. And it turns out to be the emo kid, and he summons these 5, I don't know, demon lords?
They're 5 zombie demon lords from
fucking
the
weird.
Rotten World.
Yeah.
In this, there's different dimensions, and there's a dimension called the Rotten World that's full of zombies, and there's these 5 special zombies that you don't know what their point is, but apparently it was like planned all along that he was hoping to go after her because she is a zombie hunter to get her to sacrifice
See,
these
it
zombies.
just seems so weird. It's like, you have to kill them, as they're saying. I'm like, why don't they just kill themselves? I don't know.
Or why did? Well, I don't know.
Again,
Maybe
plot
he couldn't
holes.
kill
Maybe
the zombies, and
Oh, he
so
was
that's
he was a weak little bitch.
yeah. That's why he wanted Juliet to do it because
Yeah.
he needed those zombies to be sacrificed to get the ultimate power.
Yeah. There's a master in this. Again, really quick, I'm just going to run through this, and we're going to talk about our favorite levels.
Yeah.
There is a zombie killing master who Juliet trains with, old guy who ends up dying later in the game. At the end of the game, you have Nick's head on Swan's body, because Swan had to cut his head off, apparently, or blow his head off, I think,
Yeah.
to start the ritual to summon this big monster zombie, Killabilly?
Yeah.
I think it's Killabilly.
Yeah.
Who's like Elvis.
Yeah. It's
just-
like
so-
a giant zombie fat Elvis
It's
that's
like
like a kaiju level
Yeah,
size.
and it's like a bunch of zombies all make up his flesh.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird. But Swan becomes the heart of the zombie, and he's headless, which is, fucking perfect for what you
Yeah.
have at that moment. Really weird. And Nick has to sacrifice himself in order to kill Killabilly.
Yes.
So then Nick dies, and the master died earlier, and he comes back. The master, basically grants him another life.
Yeah.
But he gives him the master's body, which is way shorter than his own body.
Yeah, which
it's
is
like
hilarious.
5'2", maybe.
And I was just like sitting there thinking, I was like, that's gonna be weird for their sex life.
Yeah, because he's old. His younger, the bottom half of his body is really old, and his fucking head is like an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. And then the ending is like, the good ending is you go home and you celebrate your birthday with your mom there, and the bad ending is your mom's a zombie and kills everyone.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, there was one line that I forgot. I thought was super hilarious that I want to talk about. When you first meet the dad, he's talking about how anybody who dates my daughter has to go into the family business, the zombie hunting business. He's like, I don't know how you're going to do that as a head. What, are you going to throw ninja stars with your tongue or something? And then Juliet's like, well, actually, Dad, he's actually really good with his tongue. And he's like, how does she know that? And she doesn't know that. She doesn't know anything, sir.
Doesn't know anything.
She wouldn't know anything about that. I would never do anything.
It's really good with his tongue.
And I was just like, oh my God.
And it's funny because she's so obsessed with him being her boyfriend. She's like, even though you're ahead, we could still make it work. I'm like, what?
I'm actually kind of like, it's kind of bad that you're just ahead, but at the same point, it's like super exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so like, and Nick's depressed through the entire thing, and she's just like, yeah, you know, I'm excited for us to be in a relationship.
I love when he wants to leave, and
Yeah.
she's like, just be supportive of me. And he's like, rah, rah, I'm ahead. It sucks to be ahead. I wish I was dead. Rah, rah. Was that good enough for you?
She's like, I didn't know you liked the chair. She just ignores all his bad attitude.
Well, and like when the sisters meet him, like Rosalind's like throwing his head around and stuff. Like,
Rosalind is crazy.
Rosalind
out of
is
her
crazy.
fucking mind. She's the crazy one. The older sister's like the tame one.
Yeah.
The dad's kind of insane. He's like a 50s fucking greaser.
Yeah.
Mom, you don't really meet until the end.
Yeah.
She calls you, like, you randomly get phone calls throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
So,
Which, yeah, the mom's just kind of a airhead, it seems like.
yeah. She's like, oh my God, I need you to go buy milk. I have no idea what we did with it.
Dingbat. I didn't beat milk. You should get milk. Oh shit, I am a dingbat. The milk's right here.
It's right in front of me in my hand on the counter.
All right, so I guess what was
so
your
stupid.
favorite story moment?
So I think my favorite level is definitely the fucking video game level.
That one's fun.
That one killed it. They did such a good job on making that level. It was
It's
so
so
much
good.
fun. The boss fight was fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
That boss fight was by far the best boss fight.
I actually think the boss fight with is it the last boss fight?
The motorcycle guy?
Yeah, the motorcycle
Yeah,
guy.
the second to last, kind of.
Yeah.
Because Kill Bill is
I
the
guess-
last one.
Yeah, second to last
It
one.
felt like the fucking last one. How many times you had to fucking kill him?
Yeah. Which every one of the bosses you had to kill like 3 times.
Yeah,
it
but
seemed like.
the second to last one, it was like 12 times, I think. It was a shit ton. You had to keep killing the bike.
Yeah, but I loved how unique that was with the bike and like
Yeah.
the elephant mech and like
Yeah.
all of that stuff. Like it was very, very unique,
was-
especially
it was
compared to the
cool.
rest. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of actual chainsaw battles in that one too,
Yeah.
instead of gunplay.
You could have done the gunplay, though.
Yeah, and I did do a mix of both.
Yeah.
But I loved that one. But I think level wise, I think that video game level, it was
Just
probably
killed
just
it. They worked so hard on it.
Yeah.
Like, that was very clear. The Pac-Man was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
The skyscraper one, like we said, kind of shitty. I hated that one.
Which the elevator game in that we were talking about earlier is actually the best place to farm.
Is it?
If you go to, I think it's the 7th floor, it has that point where like the ground breaks and then there's the 4 zombies on the ground. You have to like bounce off all their heads to get to the
Yeah.
other side. If you fail that, you can kill all 4 of them.
Okay.
And then you can go back up the elevator and those 4 zombies will keep respawning. So you can keep killing all 4 at once and get a bunch of coins and platinum
Okay.
coins and then just keep rotating where you don't have to restart any of the level. You don't have to do anything. And I did that probably for maybe like 15 minutes and I ended up getting like 30 platinum coins and like 500 coins.
Nice.
So, like it didn't take very
No,
long.
but
It
I
was-
mean, it's still like
It's a little tedious,
having to
yeah.
cheese the fucking game to get stuff. I hate
yeah.
that. But yeah, I mean, and the boss fight is just fucking sweet. You fight the boss and he's in a fucking UFO.
yeah.
Like, it is so cool. And you have to, like, your dad's there. He's going to help you kill it.
Mm-hmm.
But while he's helping you kill it, you have to be on the UFO, like, disabling these shield generators, basically. Like, it's just so fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
What a fucking cool boss fight.
Yeah, there's so many things in this. I also really enjoyed that. I think it might have been the first boss where like he could
Punk rock guy?
scream. Yeah,
Yeah, he
and his
screamed
like
his-
words would actually like come out.
Yeah.
and it reminded me a lot of an Hunter x Hunter. There's or not Hunter x Hunter, My Hero Academia. There's
Yeah.
that guy who has that quirk that everything he says is, like, becomes comic words that fall from the sky and stuff like that, and he could change what they were. And I was like, that totally is what it reminded me of. And I was like, that's so cool.
And that was a unique, like, all the boss fights were unique in their own way.
Yeah.
I think, again, the worst one was just the Viking one. That was the most boring one.
Yeah, the Viking one was the
like, the
worst one.
psychedelic one was fucking cool. You're just running around in the middle of that thing, and then she's becoming like 5 of them or 10 of them or 12 of them
She
or
was
13.
ripping herself in half. You're like,
It's
someone
just-
stop!
Stop doing it already. And you just kept having to like kill all of her halves. It was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, again, I just think the Viking one, that was the only one. I don't know who designed that fucking boss fight, but that was the only one that was just boring.
Yeah, that one was definitely the most boring of them all. And,
Yeah.
like, didn't seem to have, like, anything. And it was just, like, weirdly out of the place, like, because it wasn't in the level you were at.
No,
it's way above, and it's
like
flying Viking ship.
And it's like he has a random flying Viking ship that you're just on for no reason, and then you crash it somewhere. Like, it's just kind of boring. I think he crashed it in the stadium.
I think so.
I think. No, the stadium's the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go school, stadium, the farmland,
Yep.
the video game the arcade thing,
Yeah.
then the cathedral, and then this middle of the city where Killabilly is.
Killabilly was a little annoying at times.
That level was kind of dumb.
And I did have one time where it bugged out in that fight,
Did it?
and I had to restart it.
Oh, that's lame. That's probably a
Yeah.
360 issue. You know, one
It
thing I
was
want to
probably.
mention really fast, I cannot find a good 360 emulator because nobody wants to make an emulator for fucking 360. Because they're like, listen, all of these other things, like GameCube did a good job, PlayStation 3 did a good job, every other game system did a good fucking job of making a good game except for Xbox.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, as far as, like, especially people talking about, like, console wars and stuff, like, right now I think Xbox is ahead of PlayStation just because of Game Pass. But besides that, like, PlayStation almost has always won the console war.
Yeah, always. And even Nintendo.
And
Nintendo's just
is
unique.
always just
They
its own thing.
always fit in, like, they always fit what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? They always have games that exactly work the way they want them to on their console.
Exactly.
I have never had a bug out issue where I'm like, the game just fucking froze on me, unless
Right.
it was all scratched up because that's what I did.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it had nothing to do with the actual console, whereas
Yeah.
Xbox, unfortunately, is...
And 360
Like,
was
still
one of
fucking
the
does
worst
that on the
Xbox
one.
consoles.
My games crash all the fucking time on the one. All the fucking time.
They finally fixed that with the Series S and X. I haven't had that happen.
That's
ever,
good. Yeah,
which-
it took them like 50 fucking generations. Whatever.
I mean, it's at least they got it.
Yeah, true. But I mean, it's just that shittiness that nobody wants to make the emulator. So if we do another 360 game, I'm not going to be able to play it properly.
Yeah.
I found an emulator that doesn't work great. I don't understand how to make it work.
And I'm finally excited because PlayStation finally announced that they're actually going to have their own PlayStation port for the PC, where they're actually going to be able to play.
You can do that now.
Not with a lot of PlayStation games. A lot of PlayStation exclusives aren't on PC. But
No,
there's
well, what I mean is like you can emulate them. Like,
well, no, I'm not talking about emulation. Like PlayStation itself is having like their own
No,
version
that's-
of like Steam, kind of.
oh, interesting. That's cool. But PlayStation did this cool thing where they released their BIOS.
Yeah.
So now you can just emulate for
Yeah.
and for free basically.
Yeah, and that is cool. But I'm saying, like, especially for like the newer PlayStation games, like
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, they're actually going to have something like kind of like Game Pass does on the PC, or the
Which
game
they should,
Ultimate
because
Game Pass.
that'll get them a bunch of business.
Exactly. And they're finally releasing a bunch of their games on PC finally, instead of just having on PlayStation, because that's the thing that sucks about a lot of these PlayStation games. Unless you have these consoles, which especially how hard it is to get the PS5, it's stupid to try to for us to play
Well,
some
and
of these
especially
games.
for people who don't have the money to buy a fucking
Yeah.
PS5, you know? I bought a computer 5 years ago. I can play all those games on my computer, but I have to spend $600 to buy a new game system to
Yeah.
play the games I want to play.
No,
It's fucking shitty.
dumb. So
Yeah, but I think the Killabilly level was the most annoying to me.
By
it
far.
It's definitely the most boring. Like, they really hyped it up with that last boss
yeah.
fight with the motorcycle dude.
Yeah.
They did such a good job with that one. Why the fuck would they add in a Killabilly fight?
well, yeah, it's so lame because like you're being held the entire time. You have to like stab his hand to move,
Yeah.
so you avoid his flicks,
Well,
and you have to shoot his eyes.
I
with
think
the
it would have been
gun,
better
and-
if they made it so you didn't have to do a level beforehand,
Yeah.
too. If you're going to add, like, an extra boss in, just fight the fucking boss.
Yeah.
Don't fucking add a whole level.
Don't make me use my chainsaw dash.
Like, we need another reason to get them to chainsaw dash. We haven't done it enough.
Especially when, like, at the beginning of that level, you have to answer, like, 3 or 4 phone calls, and there's, like, several cutscenes. I'm like, just get me, go to the end. I thought this was the end, and now I'm doing a whole extra level.
And, like, and it made sense because, like, Swan, but I thought you were going to get to kill Swan.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, like, I thought that would be cool, chopped in half with a chainsaw or something. That would have been so much better, or just, again, have Killability just fight you at the cathedral, you know?
Yeah, which I liked it better as just, like, what we originally thought the story was, with him just bringing all these zombies and bringing the Rot world to our world to just get rid of the world. I did not like it when it's like, twist, you were supposed to kill them for my benefit.
So I could have Killability, who doesn't really do much besides stand.
Yeah, which the other one seemed like they did way more damage.
Yeah. Like, Killability's literally just standing. That's all he does. Although, he did have a funny Nick moment, I will give it that. Like, it had the funny, like, Nick sacrificing himself. I wish the dad would have died.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they, like, make characters, like,
seem like they die, but then don't.
Plot armor on everything.
Yeah.
Like, all their fucking characters had plot armor.
Yeah.
It was just boring. It makes
There's
for a
no
shitty
stakes.
story. Yeah. I think bringing Nick back was interesting, at least. But bringing the dad back was stupid.
Yeah, especially because it definitely seemed like he died.
Like, it would have been funny if they brought Nick back with the dad's body.
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been really fucking funny.
And super
awkward. Super awkward. But that's just... Like, that would have been funnier than the Master's body.
For sure.
And then he hooks up with the mom instead.
That'd be weird.
That'd be cool.
One of the things that I was wanting to talk about at the end of the story that I absolutely hated was, like, the way this bad ending, like, so if you didn't save a single one of your classmates, your mom is a zombie at the end of the game.
So what do you mean, sorry, is, like, if you didn't save just one?
Yeah, like,
the way you're saying it is a single one, like, almost like if you didn't save them all.
If you didn't save them all. Yeah, you had to save them all.
Yeah, you had to save them all, but...
So if you missed a single...
Yeah,
one of your classmates,
an individual person, you would fucking get the bad ending, which was stupid.
I was like, how is one of your classmates turning into a zombie tied to your mom becoming a zombie?
And also, if you think about it, like, they should have put in a moderate ending for you not saving everyone.
Yeah, like half of them, or like even if you saved a couple, but not all of them, you should have gotten some different ending. But like, I'm just
Maybe
like, seriously,
you have a bad birthday
she's
party.
been at home preparing for her birthday party
Making
the entire game. Why the hell would not saving one of her classmates turn her into a zombie?
Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is, bro.
It just didn't make sense.
You know what? She's a zombie hunter too, so it's even weirder.
I know. Which didn't
even
make
though
any
she doesn't
sense.
do anything the whole game, like they said, everyone in the family is in the family business.
Yeah.
She has to be a fucking zombie hunter.
Yeah.
So I don't quite understand why she or how she turned into a zombie.
don't know either.
Like even Rosalind, the only reason she got possessed was because it was a boss that did it.
Yeah, and it was because
And
of
she's
drugs.
the young, and
Yeah.
she's the youngest, like
Yeah.
the most inexperienced of all of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You're right. Like the bad ending was stupid. The good ending was dumb too. Like,
It was dumb.
You either have a mom that kills you, or you have a cool birthday party.
Yeah.
Like kind of a boring. Yeah. Like I would have liked it better if they just ended it with like Nick's funeral or something. I think that would have been cool. Like give him like a little bit props for being a headless guy or
Yeah.
bodiless guy the entire game.
Like have his tombstone have like a model of his head on
Yeah.
it or something.
Like I thought that would be cool. And then he's like watching over them from above with his body or something.
Yeah.
That would have been a sweet ending.
Which, I mean, if you are gonna be a headless person, being like on a hot cheerleader's ass your entire life is not the worst way to be.
I would say because you're like, God damn it, she farted again. God fuck me.
I can't even throw up because I can't eat anything.
I loved how Rosalind was like, so if you eat something, will it just come out of your neck hole?
I hope not. All right, are we ready for the last?
I think so. Let's get into it.
Worth, or not?
I think on this one, I'm going to go Worth.
I definitely think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think this game had a lot of funny moments, a lot of fun. Characters were good. Voice acting was amazing, like perfect almost. Music was great. Like, there's nothing bad about this game besides some gameplay issues and besides some story shit that we always have an issue with something in the story.
I honestly would like a remake of this game.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like, there's not a lot of these games that I'm, like, dying for a remake for, but, like, one where you could really touch up the gameplay and stuff and bring up the graphics.
This game didn't come out too long ago. It was, like, 5 years ago, wasn't it? I think it was 2017, 2016?
I had it on my phone open.
God damn it.
Sorry, man.
God,
I wasn't prepared for your questions.
My
2012,
questions.
10
Oh,
years
okay.
ago.
God damn, that was way longer.
I was like, it's a 360
It's
game.
because
I don't
it's a fucking PlayStation I played it on. It looks
Yeah.
so much better than it does. On the 360, I'm sure it looked good, but it probably still looks like shit.
I mean, it didn't look bad.
No, but if you played it on PlayStation 3 versus Xbox 360,
It probably looked better.
you're
'cause
probably like,
PlayStation
holy
3
shit,
was
this looks like an
higher
Xbox
graphics.
One. Like, that's just the best part about PlayStation. They've always been so good with graphics that you're just like,
Yeah,
God damn, this game must have just come out one day ago.
This is the only like this generation has been the only time where it's actually been close
Yeah.
graphics wise.
Yeah, which is sad that it took them this long.
I mean, at least they got it.
Listen, you don't
PlayStation's been around longer.
I think they're still taking shit for the Red Ring of Death, bud.
Not as much. I don't hear that.
I
very
think
much.
that was a pretty big deal when that
It was a huge deal.
Huge
I
deal.
hated it. Trust me.
Pay $600 for a new console and then be like, I can't play my console. I can't play it.
Yeah. I don't care what they've done in the past because Xbox has done good to fix all their
True,
problems.
but that one problem, I'll never get over it. I had 4 Xboxes fucking do that.
Oh, I never had any.
I had 4.
I actually, I think I owned 2 360s and I never had it happen with
Yeah.
both of them.
Well, 4. I kept
That
having to buy
sucks.
new ones because they're like, also the warranty's up because it's
Yeah.
2 days older.
Yeah.
It's 2 days old. You bought it 2 days ago. The warranty doesn't exist.
Well, and I think one of the versions of the 360 was way worse than the other ones too.
Yeah, I think
it was
when
like
they
the thin one or
what's the they released the black 360, the one with like double the gigabyte storage.
yeah.
Remember when we were like, holy shit, 32 gigs? Remember that giant fucking brick you had?
Holy shit! This giant fucking brick's 120 gigs for the 360. It's like wow.
It was huge. It was fucking giant.
And now on my Xbox, I have 6 terabytes.
I know, it's
and I
just-
fill that sometimes.
It's so interesting how we're so different, and it's only been like 10 years.
I know.
It is insane. I think the black Xbox, when that one came out, that one didn't have the red ring as much.
No, it
Like,
didn't.
I have a 360 right now. I have one at my house.
Yeah.
That has the fucking ring.
Oh jeez.
Yes, I have 2 360s, one that works and one that fucking doesn't.
I mean, Jen still has her 360. I gave both of my 360s. I think one was a family one and one
Yeah.
that I gave to my family after I got the new Xboxes.
Yeah.
But I mean, that box even says the original Xbox 360 was only 4 gigs.
Yep. Yep. No, that was the... Was it?
4 gig, connect ready, 360 right there.
No, that's the shit one. So they released that Xbox with the Kinect that didn't have the fucking storage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like they decided to separate, and what they thought they would do, because the storage device was good for all Xbox
Yeah.
360s, that you could just take your one and put it on the
Yeah.
one you wanted to put it on, which was
Yeah.
stupid. Give us a fucking storage thing. That's fair.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking jackass.
Yeah.
So fucking annoying.
But yeah.
But yeah, back to the game. Definitely worth.
Definitely worth. I think the jokes in this and the comedy in this is what you're here for. The music,
Yeah.
some of the gameplay is just hilarious and amazing and fun. You're
The
gonna have a fun time with it.
Combos were fun. Just story was good enough. Story
Yeah.
made it through. You made it through. You had laughs during it. Like again, everything was just perfect. They did such a
Yeah.
good fucking job. I don't understand how this game didn't get bigger props.
I know, like I was actually kind of surprised playing this game through again. I was like, man, why wasn't this game more popular?
Yeah, I never heard of this game.
Yeah.
Not once.
Especially with having James Gunn be
Yeah.
a part of it, like that's and like all these big name actors and stuff. I'm like, how is this game never really talked about or heard of? Like that's so crazy.
It's just like Project Sylphie, buddy.
yeah, I
A
mean,
game I
there's-
want us to play, but the only way you can get it is if you spend $150 for an Xbox 360 game.
yeah, no, I'm
But
okay.
I think I found an emulator that'll run it, and I think I'm gonna try
Go for it.
because it's fun.
All
All right,
right.
guys. Well, next week's game is
Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer.